Sunday Night Live. I'm Rebecca Dolfman, joined by my co-host Brielle Geisler. Today, Sunday, October 1st, 2017, Orthanol James Simpson, better known as O.J. Simpson, was released from his Nevada jail cell after serving 9 years for robbery and kidnapping. However, tonight, we are taking a look at his other trial, the trial of the century, the O.J. Simpson trial.
Please surrender immediately.
Stop this cover-up!
Did he have the means? Did he have the murder weapon?
Did O.J. Simpson really kill Nicole Brown?
O.J. Simpson was an NFL player, playing for the Buffalo Bills and eventually the 49ers. His ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, was the victim of the crime. On June 12, 1994, Brown was found murdered at her home in Los Angeles along with her friend Ron Goldman. O.J. Simpson was charged with the murders of both, but eventually was acquitted after a long publicized trial. The O.J. Simpson's trial's media coverage, as well as economic and political influences, created a divide between races.
We have here Claire Brown now to discuss her theory of juiceonomics.
Thanks, Becca. Now I'm here with Claire.
Thanks, Brielle. I like to call the economic phenomenon during this time juiceonomics. O.J., or the juice, had a large influence on the entire nation due to his popularity. Throughout the trial, we saw non-stop live coverage on CNN. Police helicopters followed Simpson as they fled the police in the Ford Bronco. 95 million people were glued to their televisions, following their every move.
O.J. Simpson formally charged today with 2 counts of murder. He was supposed to surrender at 11 o'clock today. Basically, his attorney turned his back, and O.J. managed to get away.
Get away, apparently, with his good friend Al Cowlings. Now, we have a little bit of an update. This is off the Associated Press wire, or excuse me, the Reuters wire. According to someone who is monitoring police scanners, the man in the car says he would not give himself up. He's in the back of the vehicle. He has a gun to his head, and he says he will hurt himself. He is demanding to be taken to his mother. Now, that apparently is information off a police scanner, according to the Reuters newswire. We continue to watch from Sky 11 this 1993 Ford Bronco. We do know
the trial changed the purpose of television forever. 24-hour news networks like CNN have grown rapidly, and so have the funds. And in 2014, a Morgan Stanley analyst estimated CNN's net worth to be $10 billion. I think it's also interesting that the trial sparked cultural fascination in LA and LA social circles. Robert Kardashian, Simpson's friend and lawyer, played a large role in the trial. Today, everybody knows the name Kardashian. They immediately think of their presence in society. The family's worth is an estimated $300 million today, which includes their net worth and their multiple businesses such as TV shows and Dash clothing brands. These numbers continue to grow, and these new networks and famous families have shaped our nation. These roots seem to lead directly back to the trial of the century.
Economic factors were a huge part of the trial, from the celebrities' dream team to the development of the Kardashian family. However, the trial touched on more aspects than just economic.
It created a major divide in the country between races. Here we have Johnny Cochran. He worked on the case with the Dream Team lawyers and believed that the detectives and police were against O.J. due to his race.
Not only that, but he argued that the trial created a large divide in the country as well. Here he is today. Thank you, Mr. Cochran.
It is believed by many that the LAPD, who hate blacks, altered the evidence to make O.J. look like a murderer. The defense did not try to claim O.J. was innocent. They argued that O.J. could not be proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. To do this, Mark Fuhrman to discredit a lot of the evidence collected on the scene. Fuhrman was the police officer who found the bloody covered glove on O.J. Simpson's lawn.
In his paper, Our Faltering Jury, Albert Ochoa said the defense theorized that Fuhrman had discovered a bloody glove at the crime scene, although it had gone unnoticed by others that Fuhrman had concealed this glove in his sock or elsewhere and carried it to Simpson's estate, and that Fuhrman, without knowing whether Simpson had a provable alibi or whether another person could be shown guilty of the crime, had planted the glove.
The defense knew Mark Fuhrman was on the case, and they found a previous tape where he was being racist. The defense then asked Fuhrman to swear under oath that he was never racist, and he did. So this incident took away all of Fuhrman's credibility, and now the bloody glove that he found meant nothing. I tried to play the race card throughout this case. The police handled the evidence improperly and therefore could not count. If O.J. was not black, how could the Dream Team be able to credit LAPD? And this question was a largely debated topic throughout America, and it leads right back to the race card.
Thank you, Mr. Cochran, for coming in to discuss the issues with the LAPD.
Police corruption is not a new issue. To touch more on this issue, our new guest, Vernon E. Jordan, is here to discuss the racial tensions in the country during the time period.
Hi, Vernon. You look so familiar.
Nice to meet you. The publication of the trial had all of America in tune. Everybody had an idea of who they thought was guilty or not, splitting the nation over the trial's politics. During the trial, ABC polled Americans. 77% of white Americans believed that Simpson was guilty, and 72% of black Americans believed he was innocent. The battle between the white victim and the black accused was not a new story to the news. However, America was so caught up in the 133-day trial that the nation was divided in black and white. The turn of events resulted in other racial divides in the country. A neighborhood in Philadelphia symbolizes the dramatic result from the racial tensions. The Grays Ferry neighborhood in Philadelphia was occupied by Irish Catholics and African Americans who split the neighborhood block by block. During the time of the trial, it wasn't that uncommon to hear of a black man brutally beat by a white group, or vice versa. However, the Tasker homes have been replaced with Greater Grays Ferry estates provided by Philadelphia Housing Authority. Though this is not the solution, this has created great progress in easing racial tensions in the neighborhood.
Through all the media exposure, OJ became a symbol of America's racial divide.
As Vernon E. Jordan said, in a time of stress, it was tempting to withdraw from the struggle, to seek solace in the warmth and comfort of one's own community.
In the long run, we cannot do the segregationist work for them by excluding ourselves from our fair portion of the society we have helped build.
We must come together and provide equal justice for all. Thank you for joining us on this special edition of Sunday Night Live. We will see you next time.